Hey, what's up? I wanted to make a video guide about dried lake farming with Vaal Spark in the 2.5 league because I struggled quite a bit to find any good guides when I was building my own Vaal Sparker. This version of Vaal Spark is made in particular to farm dried lake, but with more energy shield and more damage spec'd on the tree and on your gear, you could probably push it into good layout maps. So what is Vaal Spark? Vaal Spark is the Vaal skill version of the skill Spark, which shoots out lots of spark projectiles all over your screen. In order to cast the Vaal skill, you have to gather souls, and you get souls by killing monsters. So you kill some monsters, you cast Vaal Spark, and because of the unique interactions from Chill of Corruption and Sacrificial Harvest jewels, which increase the number of souls you gain by killing monsters, you can cast Vaal Spark back to back with little to no cooldown. You can get these jewels by corrupting Viridian jewels of any rarity, and I highly recommend corrupting them, especially because you'll need to do them if you want to do the Breach League challenges in 2.5. So gem setup for Vaal Spark is Vaal Spark, Spell Echo, Faster Proj, Increased Crit. Your last two links depend on your budget and what kind of gear you have access to. If you have the Voidwalker boots, you do not need the Pierce gem nor the Pierce wheel on the tree. And if you have Vessel of Vinktar, you do not need the Life Leech gem. If you do not have these two, then you need to spec Pierce and Life Leech as your 5th and 6th link. If you do have these two, then your 5th link could be added lightning, and your 6th link would be spark. By putting spark as your 6th link with Vaal Spark, this opens up 4 more gem slots, so you can level more gems, and we'll talk about that more later. So the rest of your gems, if you don't have Vinktars or Voidwalkers, and you don't have the room for spark in your 6th link, you need another 4 link with spark, Spell Echo, faster projectiles, and increased crit for the times your Vaal Spark is not up. Besides that, you have Herald of Ice, Curse on Hit, Assassin's Mark, and Ice Bite to generate Frenzy and Power Charges. You have Lightning Golem for attack and cast speed, Haste for more attack and cast speed, the Portal Gem, which is a huge lifesaver because it's quite frustrating having to keep lots of portal scrolls to reset all of your Dry Lake runs. And you always want to fill up your gem sockets with meta gems to level them to sell for money. So gearing up. Your weapon's going to be a Bright Beak. It's got a crazy amount of attack speed to make your shield charge go really fast. Alternatively, you could use a dagger and use Whirling Blades, but I highly prefer shield charge and think it's much better. Besides that, you'll want the Crew Recharge Amulet, gloves with the Essence of Insanity crafted onto them for 16% more attack and cast speed, and the Call of the Brotherhood ring, as the lightning converted to cold damage gives you more shatters for your Chill of Corruption. Besides that, you're probably going to want increased flask effect duration on your belt so you don't have to press all your flasks as much, and you're going to want either the shield charge or lightning golem enchant on your helmet. I highly suggest going CI for this build. This guide will cover a CI tree for it, as it's a lot easier to gear. So for the flasks, ideally you'll want a Vessel of Vinktar for Leech, a Kiara's Determination for stun and freeze immunity and not having to deal with anything really, a Diamond Flask of Grounding, the groundings for your Vinktars, and a Quicksilver Flask with Alchemist Adrenaline rolled onto it. For your jewels, you're going to want 1 Chill of Corruption, at least 2 Sacrificial Harvests, a Vaal Sentencing, which gives you critical strike chance to Vaal skills. You'll run this until you get a shield with about, I'd say, 80% spell crit or more, but if not, I highly suggest running this so that you can have at least 60% crit on your Vaal Spark, which is good enough with Diamond Flask. For all your empty jewel sockets, you're going to want jewels like the one I put below that has either increased attack speed while holding a shield, attack speed with maces or daggers depending on if you're using shield charge or rolling blades, attack speed with one-handed melee weapons, and attack and cast speed. So how do you make money? You make money by farming Dried Lake, and the money comes from currency drops, item drops, 6 sockets, all that little things. You'll find a good amount of Arcanists and Diviners. I usually find 1 Diviners every hour or 2. I'd say, and always carry the currency needed to roll these boxes so you don't have to go back to town. And you level gems in all your empty gem slots. You're going to want to level meta gems in your main hand, all your empty slots, and then your offhand. You want to use Haku modded weapons, which give 6% quality of socketed support gems, and you use this with Empowers and Enlightens to give them even more experience gained. Empowers and Enlightens do take quite a while to level, so if you would, I wouldn't consider leveling them unless you have a lot of time to spend. So this is what the tree looks like. I guess we can go through it real quickly. You just path out a Templar, get cast speed energy shield, path up this way to get spell crit, alchemist, power charge, path through Scion Wheel to get energy shield, get the jewel socket with attack speed, path up, get CI. I didn't get the multi here, but I actually should spec it. It helps quite a bit. Then you just get crit, projectile stuff, more attack speed, more attack speed. Yeah, typical tree. Alternatively, if you don't have a lot of energy shield on your gear, which I do suggest you having about 5k flat ES for Merciless Dried Lake, you can path from the right side into Witch and get the big energy shield clusters. So some tips. Have a stash tab to dump all your stuff in after every run so that you don't have to waste time sorting through it. Level meta gems or level gems that don't need quality to sell well so you don't have to GCP all of them. Customize your loot filter using filtration or another program so that you know what drops, because a lot of the time you're going to hear noises and not know what dropped off your screen, and then you can determine whether it's worth going back for it or not. You want to carry currency, I think I mentioned this earlier, to roll boxes you find, and I suggest playing with the minimap open so that you can, it makes it a lot easier to control shield charge through the map terrain. Someone's definitely going to mention Voice of the Storm, which is a breach unique coming up. I don't know anything about it. You don't really need it. It might be kind of cool, kind of memey, but yeah. And that's the guide. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe this video if you like it. You can follow me on twitch.tv/organiclol. This video was made kind of last minute in the last hour. I promised some people I'd get it out before Breach League because they wanted to start with Vaal Spark. And I can't really talk loudly because my roommate's sleeping. Yeah, it's a mess, but I wanted to get something out. So thanks for watching, guys, and good luck in Breach League.